Hi everybody, Rob here with Medellin Explorer. I'm heading out today on a little motorcycle ride. I'm going to go out to just a place I like to ride. I don't have any appointments today, and I was sitting around thinking what I would do, so I thought I would make a little video for you guys. So I'm taking off from my house. So I'm on the second floor there. I'm going to go on this bike. My bike, my dirty bike. And so I hope to show you some cool things along the way. I'm going to stop at an abandoned house, and there's just some cool things, and I'll catch you along the way, so stay tuned. So I made it about I don't know, I'm pretty close to the top of the mountain here, but boy, it's getting chilly. It gets cold really fast. As soon as you turn up this road, it gets cold real fast, and so I'm just stopping here to kind of warm up a little bit, take a little break. But when I get to the top, I'm going to be getting some hot chocolate, and that will be great. That's kind of one of the high points of this whole trip for me, is that it's really cold when you're coming up, and then you get to sit down with a nice steaming hot cup of hot chocolate. And I'll show you obviously some video when I get up there. But they cook it right on the fire. Really cool. You see this little stream here. They built this little overpass with the stream go through. But anyway, I will see you at the top with a cup of hot chocolate. So I made it up to the top of the, it's not the top of the mountain, but it's the highest point of the road on this trip. And you can see the view down below the valley. Pretty awesome. And the clouds are right there across the street basically. And you can see up this mountain just behind me is covered with clouds. You really see the clouds just drift along. They're right there. And as I continue on down this road, I'll pretty much drive right through the clouds. I'll stop and get some video of that. But right now I'm going to have some hot chocolate at this little place here. There's actually two restaurants here. The one that's you see sticking up there is actually another little place, but it's tiny and they're full. Today's looks like a lot of bicyclers up here. But so anyway, let me show you some hot chocolate. So while I'm waiting on the chocolate to be prepared, I thought I'd get you guys some good front camera video of this view down here. It's just picture postcard. And then you can see as you go up here the clouds. I'll try to hold the camera still so you can see the clouds are just moving along there. And on the other side of the mountain where we're going to go, it's really hot. So on one side the clouds are kind of steamy on one side, and they're coming up cold on the other side, and they're mixing together. There's some really cool places along this way. Go over here and look at the what's going on with the little restaurant here. You can see that they got all kinds of goodies there. They bake stuff here. Right now she's making the chocolate. A lot of people, this place on Sunday will be full because all the bikers will come up here. But they cook right on the wood fire. It's really cold up here. I mean, it's not so cold standing still right now, but we had to stop once along the way to warm up a little bit. I got a little video of that, but then after I cut the video off, the police showed up. I was standing there smoking a cigarette. The guy asked me where the marijuana cigarette was and where I threw it, and I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And he searched around the bushes and gave us a hard time, said that we were smoking weed, and we weren't smoking any weed, not at that point anyway. But so they let us go. So here we are. Looks like she already got her She already got her hot chocolate. A big old hunk of cheese. Está bueno?
Muy bueno.
All right, mine's on the way. I'll talk to you in a bit. I don't particularly like cheese in my chocolate, but if you're used to ordering chocolate and milk with milk, order it with water next time. You'll really think it's like a melted candy bar. So the hot chocolate's all finished up. We're getting ready to hit the road again. So we're basically going on the other side of that hill, and where those clouds are coming up, we'll be seeing the clouds come right up. So I'll see you when we get there. That's the place we're going. Is we call it the House of Crime. There's been some people killed up there, but I'll show you when I get there. So I made it up here to the what we call the House of Crime. There was a documentary made. I guess some bodies were dumped back here. At least one girl was killed and dumped off here. It's a pretty straight drop off. I can see how it would be a popular spot for that. But you can see the clouds coming up like I said they would. They're coming up. They're basically, I'll walk over to the other side and show you a little bit more. But where we were before, you can see this road that runs right there along this ridge. That restaurant is up there, just past that clump of trees right here. And those mountains up there are what I was showing you. Of course, now the clouds are coming up, but they really come up. I mean, they really move. The clouds are born here for sure. And this would be, you know, when the clouds brush up against the mountain like this, it's called a paramo. And so the plants and the terrain take the water from the clouds, deposit it into, there's a creek down there. It's a pretty dry creek right now. It really never does run big here, but so it's not a big paramo. But anyway, let's walk over to the other side. I'll show you a little bit more. This view is just spectacular. You can walk up, you can go up on top of there. There's some steps over there where you can walk up, but I don't do that. Wow, there used to be trees here. Somebody's cut them all down to make the view. Wow, I don't know what they're doing here. The foundation of part of the house or the next door neighbor, but wow, they really did. They burned this whole side off since I've been here last. But that's a pretty straight drop off right there. But look at the view. The clouds are coming steaming out right out of that valley over there. That's where we're going to go. You can see the road down below here. We're going to end up going down that road, going around the mountain, and it's going to just get warmer and warmer on the way down. It's on the way to San Jeronimo. So it's going to just keep getting warmer and warmer. It'll be hot on the other side to where you won't want to wear a jacket. It's nippy up here right now. Look inside this place is pretty cool. People come up here and party a lot. On the weekends, there's a lot of motorcycle people on motorcycles riding wheelies up and down the road. You can see down there. But yeah, I like to stop here. This is one of my favorite views right here of all time. And we'll end up going down this road, and this road continues down this way, and then we'll end up coming around down the road that way. So I'll see you at the next stop. So I made it over to the other side. I don't know if you can see up here behind me. If I don't fall off this cliff, there's the tip right here, and that's where we were. There's that little house, that little abandoned house. You can see the back of it. I can see the back of it. But look how that whole mountain it burned it off for some reason. I'm not sure if it was accidental or whatever, but that really undermined some of the you know, the roots hold the soil together. So it looks like there's already been a landslide there at some point. But the road goes right up there. That's the road that I was on before, and that's the little house I stopped at. And then we came around, like I said, and came down. There's that valley up there, right there. So anyway, I just thought I would share that with you. I'll see you in a bit. Made it on down the road a little ways to a place that's pretty cool. It's where I always sort of stop, take a little smoke break. It's like a place where there was a landslide or something. The road is still only sort of temporary. They did improve it a little bit. It used to just be a dirt spot, but if you look off behind me, you can see that again. You know, I don't want to make a whole 1 hour documentary about the incredible vistas of Medellin, but off in the back there, you see, if you can sort of tell, there's a platano plantation. They're growing bananas and platanos. The clouds are still with us. See, they're sort of always hanging out right there. Very few days that those clouds are not there. But off in the distance here, just you can see for a long way. We're going to continue right on down this road here, and then it's already starting to warm up. Thank God. It was almost bitter cold, especially flying down the road on the moto. The funny part is, or the interesting part maybe, is that once I leave the restaurant on the moto, I pretty much just turn the engine off and put it in neutral, and we've been coasting the whole way. There's only a couple more spots where I got to put I got to turn the engine on to go up a little hill maybe, but all the way to the bottom, to the creek at the bottom where we're going, I'll just keep it in neutral. So I think the next place I'm going to pull off and stop and show you guys is a cool waterfall and some stuff like that. But if I see anything else, I'll be sure to make some video. So moving on down the road here, you can see that I've come upon a pretty cool place. There's just so many vistas here. It's hard to capture them all. Obviously, you can't really feel how 3D everything feels when you're here, but you can see way off in the distance there the Rio Cauca, and down below, that little town that you see down below is San Jeronimo, part of San Jeronimo. And there's a road, the main road, the new road. I'm on the old road, but the new road goes right to San Jeronimo, then on to Santa Fe de Antioquia. But people live out here. This road is closed. I mean, it's open, but you can't get all the way through because the bridge is washed out. I did a little video about that before, about this ride, but I just wanted to do a little bit more comprehensive video of it. It's just beautiful here. And right in the middle of a banana patch, plantains. You can see the farmhouse down below. Also a lot of coffee growing here. Look, here's some coffee beans. I noticed all along the way that there are people drying the beans out on the road on a little tarp. This whole side is covered with coffee and bananas. Could almost make breakfast with that. So I'm actually driving and shooting this a little bit here. I'm actually driving and shooting this. You can see that there's some folks here drying some coffee beans there. Buenos dias. That's the first time I've ever, this is the first time I've ever driven and filmed at the same time, but I don't have the engine on. You can hear it's just, got it in neutral. cruising down through here. I find that this is a lot better than the bumpy part here. Really bumpy part. Seems like I like the video, the way it comes out better than when I put the GoPro on the front. But obviously, please don't film and drive. I'm not moving very fast at all. I'm just putting on down here with the engine off. Clouds up above there. There's a lot of really pretty places out here people live, but I mean, they live a long way out. Stop, take a little break here. This place here is kind of cool. Like it used to be something, a house or whatever, but you see down at the very end a little shack down there. You can see it behind the motorcycle. That's where the owner lives right now. I think he bought this place. I've talked to him a few times. They've got a farm down below here, so he works the farm. But I don't know. It looks like since the last time I came, they put this fence up. I used to pull right in there, but I guess they're gonna, I don't know, improve the property, or maybe they're just tired of people going and walking in their spaces. But it's still a cool place. Cool place for a photo op. Cool place for selfies. But up above, there's a finca there. It goes up above up this road. A lot of fincas on this road. All right. So I think, like I said, the next stop, I keep saying, is a waterfall. But there's a lot of cool things. But anyway, I'll get back with you in a little bit. Filming and driving a little bit more. Big mango tree right there. Lots of cool plants in here. I saw some really cool birds earlier. If I get to see those again, I'll shoot some video of them. I think there might be a little tiny waterfall here. It's hard to tell. Whenever you see one of these, maybe a little trickle at some time. But this is a beautiful place. It's just a real, when you get out to this end of the road, there's not any, some big old birds just flew right by. I'm not sure what they are, but they're squawking up a storm over there. Still not at the waterfall yet, but I keep seeing all kinds of cool things along the way. You can see the highway down below, and you can sort of see. I'll turn around here where you can see. You see the Rio Cauca way down there. The weather here is significantly warmer. But another little place, cool place to just stop off, hang out. So I'm at what I think is one of the highlights. The main highlights of this tour is this waterfall over here. I'm not sure if you can see it. There's a lot of people come here. The big waterfall. It's pretty hard to see because it's so nestled in there. But I'm gonna turn the camera around here and see if I can get you some better, more perspective on it. So hold on. The waterfall kind of originates from the creek that's up there. We're going to go up there in a minute. That's a whole other thing. But it comes roaring down. Goes into there, goes underneath the road. and plunges down way down below. Long way down there. I would love to get down there. I'm still trying to figure out a way, but this is in such a deep canyon. You can go over there where that house is across the way that you can see there. You get a really good view head on of the well, not a great view, but a decent view head on of this waterfall. You can kind of see how tall it is, but it disappears into the trees in the last 100 feet or so. You can't see, but talk about a great place to go swimming down there. I'm really looking to find a path to get down there, but the one of the really cool things about this little area is this walkway up here. Now this is not a walkway for people per se, is that there's a farm up above here, and the donkeys, they use donkeys or horses, and they move whatever they're growing up there. I'm not sure, but it looks like sugar cane a lot in this area. Sometimes coffee, bananas, but you'll see them loaded up coming down out of there now. We're going to go up in here because sometimes they're tied up in here, sort of idling. And it's really, when I first came here, it made me think of a lot about going to the amusement park when I was a kid. And you walk into these elaborate sort of sets. Well, there's no donkeys up in here today. But you can see this area is pretty cool. Right over here is that creek. Feeds down into there. This area also seems like it has some great swimming holes, but this is not it's not really a popular place, and I'm not sure. I think it's because it's sort of a, the water's not as clear, but it's not dirty. But you can absolutely see that there's some prime swimming holes on this creek. Usually the donkeys are tied up in there. But this place just kind of, when I came up in here, it's just like, it's sort of like a magical forest, you know, especially when you're walking through, and there's, I mean, I'm talking about, there's like 20 or 30 horses and donkeys tied up in here, usually all in this area right here. They all have their little place they stand. You can see, you probably can't see, but the donkey and horse poop all over the spots up there where they stand. They must be, I don't know, at work. Really, really awesome place here. But there's no sun, you know. It's a cool place. You can explore on up in there a little ways. One of the guys that came down here with me once, they walked all the way to the top. He said there's a farmhouse up there at the top. So we're also really close to the final sort of destination of the ride. But there's we're definitely going to go see the creek and things like that. But I also have a friend that owns a finca. He's fixing it up, and I want to see if he's there. Maybe stop and take a little video there and see how that's coming along. And I'll see you. We're going down the bike now, so I'll see you probably at the creek. So right there behind me is the entrance to the end of the trip. I was going to go over here and see my buddy that has the finca, but he apparently is not home because the gate is chained up. So it's disappointing, but one day I'll come down and take a video just of that and show you guys that finca. It's pretty cool. It's like a 1950s maybe model finca with a pool and tennis courts and everything in there. And we're way out in the country. But we're not really way out in the country from the perspective of San Jeronimo. Normally you'd be arriving in San Jeronimo about now that you would encounter this. There's the road on the other side. Turn this camera around. There's the road on the other side, and there's the road on this side. Just chopped off. This creek, we've been having some rain, so you can see it's brown. Normally it's crystal clear, but it's just muddy from all the rain. But I mean, I would have loved to have seen how high it was when it washed this road out. You can see it's tumbled some really huge boulders up and down. But, so we're going to walk down into there. See, they built a new bridge. If you dare to cross it. There's another one up higher there that actually has a cable for you to hold on to. That one down below, I've walked across it. I don't know if I would want to fall in there today. You get kind of tumbled around and you might get killed. But we'll walk down in here in a second. I got to go. Nature calls. I literally just pulled up. I'm going to take a leak and I'll take a little walk down there with you. So now that I got the formalities out of the way, let's take a little walk. Walk on down in there. On Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays, there are a lot of people that come down here and they swim. I don't think anybody's going to come down here if it's like this. Normally it's just like a bath. I mean, it's still a swift stream, don't get me wrong, but normally it's that main pool right over there. People walk down, people walk right in here, but I don't think you surely wouldn't want to let your kid get in there. I wouldn't want to walk in there. Let's walk. So you normally you'd walk down right here, or no? Yeah, there's that bridge. Like I said, I walked across it, but I don't think I want to walk across it today. It's actually not very unstable. It seems to be pretty stiff, but if you lost your balance, you'd have a hard time recovering. This is what people walk down in normally. You see people are always sitting on these rocks and stuff here. There's a bridge up there, a little bridge, and it goes up to a little finca, but you walk through their front yard and you come down and there's another little bridge, and it's a little bit more safe. It has a cable handrail. Yeah, see, normal people would swim right here. Kind of swollen. This is where I took a video of a king snake trying to kill and eat a garter snake. I'll have to put that up. I took video of it. I didn't really post it anywhere. I'll have to get that together, but so let's walk on up this way. So as you walk up in here, you see there's this little bridge. You can walk way up in there. I mean, as far as you want to. You know, you do some climbing over some rocks, but it's not bad. You can walk way up in there. People come that ride their bikes. A lot of people ride their bikes over here from Medellin, and they just carry their bikes across this little bridge. This bridge was really warped and weak before, and they put some new bamboo underneath. And then you come right up this way, and like I said, you go through somebody's yard basically. Everybody I bring up here, they're like, "Hey man, we're walking through somebody's yard. Aren't they gonna be mad?" They're always real happy and wave and say hi. Nobody minds. This is their little garden though. It's really pretty. Chickens walking around everywhere. Buenos días, ¿cómo está? Oh, they've upgraded this bridge. They really have upgraded this bridge. And the people that of the finca. I think the people that have the finca, since they serve so close, I noticed on Sundays they were having a hard time carrying the sancocho pot across this. It looks a lot better. This one at least has a handrail. I think the other one was built by some of the guys that had the finca. Yeah, the water's way up. They're out there cooking on the outside in this outdoor stove. On Sundays they have all their family over. You can see it's just everybody. What are you doing there, puppy? Little barking dog. Yeah, this is a real pretty little garden. And so if you do come down here, they don't mind you. That's the way you get to the other side. You walk across that little bridge, or either bridge. I recommend this bridge. Walk across that bridge and you come out on a little road and just walk back sort of down the way you came. What are you doing, barking? Come here. Anyway, I stopped for a second to see if I could get that dog to let me pet it. But nope. Never going back down out of this little spot. But like I said, on a good day, when the water is right, you just lay out up here and swim. You could build a fire if you wanted to. You can even go way up in there if you wanted and carve out a little spot. I'm sure if you got up in there, you'd probably find that some that have already been carved out. The water here is really clean normally. I mean, it's clean, it's just muddy right now. But normally it's really, really clear. Sundays can be a little crowded here. People will be really packed in here. But so that's it. I think I'm going to call this a video. Since I can't get my guys are not there with the little finca. So I'm just going to call this a video. And if you like my videos, please let me know, or let me know if you don't like them. Let me know what you don't like. I'm sort of learning as I go here. So if you like what you see, just subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my new videos. I try to put at least one a week out, and hopefully they'll get better and better, and you guys will enjoy it.